Hi, class. So, the next paper you're going to write is a reflection on a community you belong to. Essentially, it will be about the experience of belonging. Come on. There we go. By now, you should have a pretty solid idea of what works for these essays. For one, I want you to focus on a single experience when you felt like you belonged to a community of people. Use all the tools we've talked about so far. Sensory language, snapshots, thought shots, exploding a moment. Dialogue, inventing the truth. You might find that the memory map activity we did as part of preparation for your childhood reflection might be helpful for this project too. The music video for Uptown Funk creates a beautiful sense of community without ever once saying, "Look at this community." It's a great example to look at for inspiration. Some basic requirements: 2 pages, double-spaced, 12-point font with a title. It's due on Sunday. You know the drill. But let's take a minute to talk about what I mean by the word community. I use a very simple definition in which community is simply a group of people who have something in common, whether it's their commitment to evil or love of cosplay. Here are some examples of local communities: dance groups, athletic teams, religious groups, book clubs, Boy Scouts, musical groups, tribes. There's a picture of a parade here in Pokey, and of the groundbreaking event for the LDS temple, and of the Shoben powwow. There are lots of options. If you need some help with categories, here are a bunch, ranging from very small and specific to much bigger. Activities, hobbies, and interests like team sports, theater groups, musical groups, clubs and organizations. Geographical location like your neighborhood. Cultural or ethnic groups. Religious communities, family communities, communities related to your gender or sexuality. Online communities, political communities, class, people from similar financial backgrounds, school communities, and the list goes on. You can write about communities as specific as everyone in your family or everyone in your dormitory hall. I've had students write about their experience as being part of the American community. There are lots of options. In fact, let's look at an excerpt now. This is a short section of my piece titled Troop 427. "I've got one!" a girl's voice screamed. I whipped my head around to see who the lucky girl was. It was Lindsay. She held up a fist-sized stone to the light, and yes, indeed, there was a hole that went right through it. It was a friendship rock. Who would be given the privilege to be singled out and given the rock as a tribute of friendship? It wasn't me, but I didn't mind. I was knee-deep in murky Kansas creek water. My Girl Scout troop number 427 was creeking, which is like hiking, but instead of following a trail, we followed a creek, wading. Lisa had emerged from the foresty shadows into a pool of light. She was holding her hands above her head as she waded into water that reached her armpits. She was trying to get to the other side of the rocky creek side to search for more friendship rocks. Meanwhile, I worked my way to the shin-deep water, my eyes scanning the shore for snakes. I tried to divine the depths of the water for fish, turtles, and leeches. Earlier, Kristen came crashing out of a mud pit with 7 or 8 leeches stuck to her leg, and I didn't want to have an encounter of my own. "I got one!" Jamie squealed from her little patch of gravel on the shore. She gave her friendship rock to Amy. He was hunched over the ground, examining the spot where Jamie had just discovered the most recent find. "Me too!" shouted Lisa from her side of the creek. Her bravery of wading into deeper water had paid off. After she recrossed the creek, she gave her rock to Lindsay. Walking against the current, we were jerky marionettes, fumbling and teetering back and forth. I lost my footing and grabbed onto Holly, and we both crashed into the water with a muddy splash. Holly's blonde hair was streaked with mud as I helped her back up. "Sorry," I said sheepishly. She laughed. I wore this ugly shirt today hoping it would be destroyed and Mom won't make me wear it anymore. Thanks for the help. Behind me, I heard Kristen murmur to Lisa, "Look at this tiny one I found." Lisa exclaimed, "It's so cute! It will be hard not to lose it." Kristen then handed it to Lisa, who carefully slid it into the tiny square pocket at the top of her Levi jeans. So, which one of these kids do you think is me? I'll give you a hint. My eyes are closed. Some things to notice about my example is that I named the characters. We know about Holly, Lisa, Lindsay, Amy, Jamie. Lots of E's. And I gave each of them something a little different to do. I had to communicate a lot with just a few words because I wanted to create the effect of lots of girls running around being loud and screaming. You can do this by not worrying about introducing each character and instead just dropping us into the moment. Think in medias res. Your audience will generally be able to pick up on who everyone is. I hope this example was helpful. If you look at the pacing schedule this week, I wanted to urge you to make time to read Graduation by Maya Angelou. This example really clearly illustrates the experience of suddenly realizing you belong, and it makes a great model to aspire to. As always, all course activities are designed to help you improve your writing and complete the coursework, so please do them. Look, it's a community of Hide the Pain Heralds. If he can find a community, so can you. Happy writing!